I am muted and just the talking. I was just saying that I decided to go to Instagram and start with them first today. And I done got all discombobulated. I was on mute. I didn't do my 30-second countdown, which usually gives me a chance to post in the private community that we're live. But it's okay. Join us live. There we go. All right, so they should be getting notified that we are indeed live on this Monday. Hi, Instagram fam. Hey, Facebook. Hey, LinkedIn. Hey, replay YouTube. Everybody's getting to see us. And actually, these live talks are also going to be available for our course community as well. If you get the ABCs course that we have, and there's a whole thing, you guys will find out more about it. You will also have all of the previous master classes. You will also have all of the previous Monday night lives and lots of additional trainings. But I figured I would also consolidate them in that place for you guys, because some of the topics we discussed a long time ago are still pretty cool. And I want to make sure that everybody that is one of our course clients in our coaching program also has the opportunity to see those. So if you're watching, whether you're on LinkedIn, whether you're in our regular Facebook, or if you're in our private community or on Instagram, definitely say hello to me. Let me know you are here, that you are in the house, and that you are ready to learn today, because that is what I want to hear. Because today's topic is going to be mastering your mindset, how to overcome self-doubt and build confidence in your coaching business. A lot of you who are new are saying, I'm a coach or I'm a consultant. But there's still that little voice behind you saying, are you really? Are you really? And we don't want that voice to win. I'm not saying it's going to completely disappear, because there's moments still in my life where I have to say, hey, this is imposter syndrome. Don't let it get you down. Or I'm doubting myself, like, is this still the right thing, as new hurdles come up? And guys, everyone feels that way from time to time. But today we're going to talk about some strategies to help make sure that these feelings don't stop you, and that you learn to progress in your business and learn how to quiet those nagging voices. Okay. But before we get into all that, I do want to reintroduce myself. Hello, I am Corey Fonville Foster. I am a speaker, a trainer, a certified business coach, and I am the CEO of iRock Marketable Business Solutions. And we are based here in Virginia, USA. And our goal is to really help you monetize your passion, right? How do we do that? Through helping you gain clarity on your offers and your target audience, helping you find your target audience where they are, and then, of course, helping you confidently implement your marketing and sales strategies consistently, right? To live the life that you dream of, the life on your own terms. So that sounds like you are in the right place. Our goal for this year is to support 100 small businesses as they go towards their 2023 business goals. So these are not our goals that we set. These are the goals that you have set for your business. And hey, Jermaine, I see you. What's up? What's up? And again, if you guys are watching, make sure that you go ahead and tell me hello. You can let me know where you are in the world, because I'm always interested. If I look over, it's because I have LinkedIn. If I look down, it's because I have Instagram. We live everywhere today, y'all. And I'm telling you this too. Let me do a little plug. I have been doing so much better on TikTok. My goal is to get to 1,000 people before June, so that I can go live on TikTok too. We're going to figure out how we're going to do it all, but we're going to do it. So look, let me figure out the tech. But definitely, if you haven't already joined us on TikTok, definitely do so, because we're trying to get to 1,000 deep over there in TikTok land as well. All right. So, for those of you who are new to our world, welcome. You are now a rock star. Rock stars are what we call our community. You're a rock star right now. You are engaging with us through social media, whether you are Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. If you're watching the replay, YouTube, you are a rock star. Hello, Lakeisha. If you engage with us on our blogs or our podcast, we have a podcast right now that is available. We just had a new episode drop today. It's called the I Rock Business with Confidence podcast, where we bring on experts every single week to help you move your business forward. They're going to tell their stories, their triumphs, their struggles, but then they're also going to give you real-time tools and strategies to help your business. I told everybody who we brought on, I want things they can implement today. Our business is about action. And so if you engage with us on that podcast, you will definitely need to have your pen and paper ready. We have the audio version and a visual version because I am a visual type person. So definitely check that out. And if you're tuning in right now, we're just getting started. Definitely tell me hello in the chat. Also, if you go to any of our free events, we had a masterclass Friday, I do believe it was. It was absolutely great. We had a really good time. Susie was there. She was our presenter, and she talked to us about building a really strong business plan. If you were there, you are now a Rockstar Plus. Welcome to the family. We have master classes once or twice a month. We actually have another one. I'll talk about that one in a moment. That's coming up May 9th. All right. If you have and I can't even talk today. If you have invested in one of our courses or upgraded to a paid event, you are an A-list star. And then if you are in any of our group or marketing product clients, you are an all-star. And then, of course, we have our one-on-one clients who are our elite stars. So this is how people can engage with us. Like I said, don't worry. Right now, you're still a star. You're one of our rock stars. But if you're interested in becoming one of our all-stars or elite stars, definitely just shoot me a chat in the DMs and I'll be happy to get you to where you need to be. All right, speaking of events, this one is coming up. This is our iRock, and I'm sorry, Instagram fam. I'm always trying to figure out how to get you guys the visuals, but we have a masterclass coming up with Lion Flood. He's one of my new friends for this year, but one of my good friends as well. And he has an amazing podcast, and he actually has two big communities of podcasters, and he's going to be talking to us about, hey, you want a podcast, right? And the coolest part about it is he's going to teach us how to utilize podcasts if we want to have one and if we want to appear on them. Oops, sorry, I'm going too fast. And that's the beauty of it, because some of you use podcasts to engage with new audiences, build your email list, and also to have third-party proof that what you talk about is important. If you haven't been on podcasts, you need to, because as a coach, it is some really great free PR. So that masterclass is on May 10th. I thought it was the 9th, May 10th. And it is at noon Eastern time. And as always, you must register to attend. It is free, but you must register to attend, and we want you to show up live. But if for some reason you cannot be there live, we do offer the replays for 48 hours. Instagram, if you want the link, just shoot me a one in the comments and I'll be happy to send it to you, because they don't get the cool picture, y'all. All right, so today we are going to discover how to overcome limiting beliefs and build the confidence we need to succeed as a coach. So if you're ready for that, we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, so I work with a lot of coaches and consultants. Some are newer to the game, some have been around for a while, but something that constantly creeps up is these limiting beliefs. And so in order for us to start building our confidence and for us to start making true progress, consistent progress, right? Consistent momentum in our businesses, we have to start identifying the problem, right? What are those limiting beliefs that are keeping us from moving forward in our business? And I'm telling you, even the best of us have said these words to us, to ourselves in the past. So let's look at them for a second. I'm going to make them big on the screen. We're going to call them out. And if you identify with any of these, definitely comment them in the comment section. Have you told yourself you can't, right? I can't write this book. I can't throw this event. I can't do this speaking engagement. I can't pitch myself, right? Have you told yourself, there are better people out there, right? There are better people who can teach my audience what I want to teach them. There are better organizations, bigger organizations, right? I don't have the knowledge. I don't have the skills. I don't know how to put together that website. I don't know where to start putting a new course together. I don't know how to make a proposal, right? Have you said any of these words to yourself? It's too late. Maybe you feel like you're too old. Maybe you missed the trend, right? And oh man, I'm just getting into coaching now, and it seems like it's just too many of us, and it's not enough for everybody, right? You told yourself that it's too late. Or maybe you tried it before. I get that one a lot. I've tried it before and it didn't work. I had a coach before and it didn't work out for me. I tried to do a challenge. I did. I tried to go live. I tried posting on social media. I get that all the time. And I'm usually telling people you probably tried it wrong or you didn't do it consistently enough. Like you have to build up that momentum. But I think all of us can agree. We've said this, at least one of these phrases, if not all of these phrases, to ourselves in the past. I can't. I've tried. I'm not. I don't deserve. I'm not worthy. Some of us can't even say these out loud, but we've told ourselves this internally, right? I'm not worthy. I don't deserve. Come on now. We got to just be honest with ourselves. We've said this to ourselves, unfortunately. But today is the day we're going to stop that. We are going to stop telling ourselves these limiting beliefs that are lies. They're lies, y'all. They are lies. You can, right? It's not too late. You're the best. You're the expert. I'm going to tell you all the time, you're an expert, right? There's nobody better than you that can give your audience what they need, right? Jeray said, it's too late. No, it's not too late. It's not too late at all. She said, don't tell yourself that no more because you can, you should, you will. And so we have to change those limiting beliefs for ourselves and say the exact opposite because these are the lies we tell ourselves to keep ourselves locked into our comfort zone, to keep ourselves from pushing forward. And we're going to, like I said, we're going to end that today. So we're going to start building our confidence. And here at iRock, we build our confidence through action. I don't want you guys to think that we're going to sit in a circle and kumbaya our way to confidence. You build confidence through action. Consistent action, okay? And we build on it every step of the way. So the first thing I want you to do is set an achievable goal. And we're not going to reinvent the wheel. SMART goals work. That's why everybody knows about them. You're going to create some real SMART goals, right? And for those of you who maybe haven't heard of SMART goals or maybe forgot what it means, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time bound. Hopefully I spelled that right. Y'all know spelling ain't my ministry, y'all. But you're going to set SMART goals, but then you're going to take it a step further and you're going to have action items behind it because a lot of these goals are pretty lofty and some of them take a long time to get to the end. We're going to break those up into the actions we're going to take to achieve those goals. Because a lot of you stopped at the SMART goals. Y'all were really excited. Like, yeah, I made a SMART goal for myself. Yeah, it's time bound. Okay. It's relevant. I like it. It's attainable. Yeah, y'all was feeling yourselves, but you need to set action steps behind it. How are we going to get to those goals? What are we going to do throughout the year? What are we going to do each quarter? What are we going to do each month? What are we going to do each week? What are we going to do each day? Right? That's the stuff that matters. That's the stuff we don't want to do. We don't want to have to break it up and say, dang, we really got to do all this work. And we do. Nothing worth having is going to come easy, guys. All right. So we're going to make that goal. And then I'm going to encourage you to celebrate along the way. Some of you are waiting to that big number, that big milestone to celebrate. I don't know about you guys, but I've been on a weight loss journey my whole life. My whole life. And my goal weight is 180 pounds. I always said I wanted to be kind of thick, but I want to be like flat thick. You know what I mean? Like cute thick. 180 pounds is where I want to be. I'm 5'5", in case you all in my business trying to figure out what I'm going to look like. 5'5", 180 pounds. That's the goal. And if I had to celebrate only when I hit 180, I would never have celebrated. I'm just going to be honest. I'd be real sad. But I've definitely celebrated every time I've lost that 5 pounds, even though I've gained it back. But I've celebrated every single time. I want you guys to get in the habit of celebrating the small wins. Some of you, like I said earlier, I want to get to 1,000 people on TikTok, right? Because I want to be able to go live. But I'm not going to just celebrate that 1,000. I'm going to celebrate this week you guys jumping over there and giving me 10. Give me 10 more people to my TikTok. Matter of fact, I'm celebrating now because just a couple months ago, I kept saying, I'm gonna do this TikTok thing. Matter of fact, if you go to my TikTok right now, you can scroll to one of my older videos and see like 3 times, and they were months apart. I was like, I'm gonna do this TikTok thing. And then I would be silent. And then nothing would be there. And then I said again, I'm gonna do this TikTok thing, nothing. And then again, but now you also see that I've been pretty consistent over this month posting some type of content. Y'all getting something, right? I'm still trying out a few things, see what I like, but you're getting something, and I'm excited, and I'm gonna celebrate that win, because there are plenty of people who have not yet even made an account on TikTok who's been saying, I'm gonna make a TikTok, right? They're gonna be a TikTok star and ain't made no account, right? Ain't put no information in, haven't even made their first video. I've made my first video. I've made several videos since. And so I'm going to celebrate that. And you guys should too. You guys should too. Stop waiting for the big wins. Celebrate it. Maybe you were terrified to go live, right? You're terrified. Maybe you went live and you only made about 5 minutes. You introduced yourself and you hopped on off. Let's celebrate that. Let's celebrate that. Maybe you maybe you need to cold call people, right? Because this is something we've been challenging ourselves with in my business. Maybe you only cold call 5 people. Guess what? That's still a win, because you were terrified to cold call before, right? Maybe you get nervous in big settings and you're like, okay, when I go to my next event, I'm gonna talk to 5 people, right? It don't matter what you talk about, you're gonna talk to 5 people. When you talk to those 5 people, no, you're not a master of networking. Yes, you're still scared, but let's celebrate that. So I do encourage you throughout this process, celebrate those small wins. I'm not saying you can't celebrate and have a big old party with the big wins, but celebrate the small wins, because oftentimes I find that we as humans like to focus on the negative, the things that we don't do well, the times when we don't hit our full goal, right? Maybe I want to get to 1,000 and I only get to 900. Dang, I failed. You know what I'm saying? Dang, you failed. Don't say dang, you failed. You need to say, wow, a month ago I had 2 people. Now I got 900. Wow, let's celebrate it. Yeah, we got a little bit more work to do, but let's celebrate it. And that's what we need to get in the habit of, seeing the positive. And one thing that has helped me, and I found it helps my clients, is writing them down, right? I'm gonna give you a real life example, because I have mostly women who watch me. For a month, I was like, I really feel like me and my husband been arguing a lot, right? Have you been there? I'm sure you have. Like, oh my God, this was a rough month for us. And so I said, am I feeling this way because I'm in the moment? Or is it a fact? Because remember, we already talked about we be lying to ourselves with those limiting beliefs. And I said, okay, let me actually mark it down. So you know how you have those habit trackers, guys, in your planners? Every time we argued, I was like, like I knew we was arguing, and I would mark it down. I got to the end of the month, and I think we had maybe like 3 arguments, and then I actually was writing down like, this didn't really count as an argument. This was more of like a quick spat, a little, side eye, and I was like, oh, it wasn't nearly as bad as I thought. It's just in the moment when I'm still here, man, I'm like, man, we've been arguing all month. That's what happens in your business too, guys. When little things don't work out exactly how you want, you start, man, this sucks. Like, ain't nothing working out. I keep trying and it just, everything fails. And you get down on yourself and you really don't see that it may not be as bad as you think, or there's a lot of, again, those small moments that you could have been celebrating, that still exist too. So like I said, writing it down definitely helps, because when it's on paper, it's not, oh, my memory, I recall it happening this way. It's like, oh no, this was what really happened. Right. That's the truth. So we're going to start telling ourselves the truth, I hope, in 2023. All right. So the next thing I want you to do is cultivate a growth mindset. So there is something called a fixed mindset, and then there's something called a growth mindset. And so what is a fixed mindset? And look, I wrote my notes down to make sure I gave it to you correct. But a fixed mindset is a belief that your abilities and your intelligence are fixed. So you feel like, hey, this is all I got. This is what I'm coming to the table with. I got my degree. I got 10 years of experience, and I'm gonna have to roll with what I got. I'm not good at tech. I got this network of people. That's all I got, and I got to make it work, right? These individuals are less likely to take on new challenges. Y'all are comfort zone people. Y'all like to stay there. Y'all are cuddled up in the comfort zone. You give up easily when you face obstacles. When obstacles get in your way, you're like, dang, that sucks that happened to me. Oh, well, we tried. And you avoid feedback because you don't want to have to push forward, right? You don't want to have to change your self-image because you really do believe you be trying. You do. I give it to you. You really believe you're trying, but you're not. trying as hard as you possibly could, versus people who are growth mindset individuals. And growth mindset individuals are those who you're going to see succeed in business. I'm just going to be frank. Fixed mindset people are not going to be here for long, okay? But our growth mindset folks are, because we are ones who, even if we don't like the feeling, we're going to push through and go through those obstacles, right? Because we believe that our abilities, right, our skills and our intelligence, our knowledge are not just fixed, right? We can always grow. We can learn more. We can get more experience. We can go take a course. We can do all these things. And I really encourage you guys to have, if you don't, you might be fixed right now and you like, dang, that's me, I'm hopeless. No, you can decide today to change your mind. You can decide to have a growth mindset. And when you see obstacles, go through them, go around them, go above them, go under them, push them out the way, get a friend to drag it out your way, do whatever you got to do. But you definitely can do that, right? You can decide to embrace challenges. You can decide to embrace feedback and keep pushing through. Again, this will separate the people who succeed and the people who don't. I'm just going to be honest, because you have to be willing. Like, there is no coach in this world, there is no system in this world that is going to keep you from every obstacle that you will face as an entrepreneur. It just isn't going to happen. It isn't gonna happen. Hi, Tiffany. Oh gosh, I just saw your name pop up. Congratulations, Tiffany just got her what is it? Is it called a PhD? Y'all know I only got an associate's, y'all. I don't be knowing what these things are called. But she did the dissertation. She done passed, y'all. So yay, Tiffany. I see you in the chat. Sorry, I had to be excited for her, y'all. She was with us a long time ago, and she was like, hey coach, I gotta finish this degree. And I was like, girl, come back when you finish. She just posted, she finished, and she is back, y'all. Welcome back. We missed you. So look, y'all done got me on track. I'm excited. Sorry, y'all. I love my clients. I be remembering folk. All right, anyway, next step. We're gonna build confidence by dealing with our setbacks and failures in a more positive and constructive way. You will fail. Sorry. Sorry. I'm not saying you're gonna fail completely, but there are gonna be things that you don't succeed in right away. It's all right. It's okay. You gotta learn to fall forward. Every failure, and we're going to put failure in air quotes, y'all. Every failure is just a learning opportunity. All right. Maybe you thought you were going to have an event and nobody bought a ticket. Okay, cool. But at least now you got over your hurdle of figuring out how to put the event together, right? At least you did that. And I always tell people, have it whether somebody shows up or not, because you can record it and then use it for something else later. But even still, now you know some areas where you can improve. A lot of people will sort of try something and then be like, oh, this isn't going to work, and give up. No, carry through. See where the areas are that you need to improve on. Maybe your marketing wasn't great. Maybe you picked the wrong target audience. Maybe your price points weren't correct. Maybe you didn't advertise long enough. There's a lot of maybes. Figure those out. And the only way you're going to learn is through trying it, right? That's just the way it is. Even if your coach tells you, hey, this is the exact thing I want you to do, somehow your niche needs something a little different, or maybe the time of the year, or there's just so many variables that you have to figure out within your business. As a coach, we can only give you so much. There's still a piece of trial and error that you all are going to have to go through. But once you get through it, right, you're going to be like, all right, this is where it's at, right? It just takes that consistency. And if you stop at that first failure, you'll never get to the success, right? The first time I sent out an email, I didn't get a great open rate. I'm gonna let you know that now. And even now, I'm like, oh, sometimes it's like, that was a miss right there. That was a miss. Might have to change the subject line. That was a miss. But now I've gotten so good that we write emails for other people. We just did a campaign for somebody the other day, and I was telling her, based on her platform, it said her open rate should be, I think they said the average for our industry was around like 17 to 20%. We were at 39%, which is really great. It was like, okay, we doing okay. We've gotten that good. But those first few emails I made for myself, trash, y'all. Y'all didn't see them. Why? Because they was trash. Y'all didn't open them. Y'all didn't open them at all. And back then, I didn't even have a big enough email list to matter. Some of you are thinking that now, like, hey, I can't even build my email list. Again, those failures or those perceived failures, don't let those stop you. Start saying, okay, this is the next challenge. I want to build my email list. And while I'm building my email list, I want to also work on the copy for my emails. I had people who would be afraid to go live because they're like, oh, if I go live, I'm going to fail. I'd be like, yo, ain't nobody even watching you right now. You ain't got nobody to watch. Fail now. If you're going to fail, learn now. Learn your technology now. Learn how you want to have your lives. Learn all this stuff. And so by the time you build your audience, you'll be good. So don't be afraid of failure, right? This idea of failure. I want you to keep pushing on, and I want you to remember that this is where you learn. This is where you learn. And it's okay, because if people are for you, they're not going to judge you so harshly. I feel up here. I got one screen right now I'm looking at, and I think you guys can still see me because I'm seeing comments, but I look frozen. I kid you not. I see another one over here. I'm like, okay, we doing all right. Sun's in my eye. I wish I could fix that. We ain't gonna fix that lighting right now. Got a ring light this in the wrong spot, but we still going, aren't we? Y'all still getting this information? Okay, then. All right. So don't be afraid of failure. Let this be the motivation to move you forward. All right. So let's talk some real strategies, because easier said than done. Right. I'm telling you, be more confident, take action, stop telling yourself negative things. Sounds good, but it's quite hard in reality. So one of the things, yes, fell forward. We can see you. Okay. I'm not frozen. Yay. Thank you. Appreciate it in Facebook. Um, so one of the things I want to help you do is a strategy of visualization, but it's in two ways. Some people, and I feel like it's more left brain people, they're really good at just closing their eyes and imagining whatever they want to visualize, and it just pops up and it's great. Lucky them. If that's you, lucky you. If that's the case, I want you to do a lot more visualization for the success you want. What does it look like? And be as detailed as possible. What kind of clients do you want to do? What are the milestones you want them to hit? What are the milestones you want to hit? How much money do you want to bring in? What is that money going to do for you and your family and your lifestyle? How are you going to then pour into your community? I want you to visualize all those things, right? I wanted you to visualize that best day ever where you're getting that amazing contract. They're signing on the dotted line. I want you to visualize your bank account statement and you seeing all those extra zeros, zero, 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 right there. Not just one zero, because that ain't a good one, but all the extra zeros behind the numbers. I want you to visualize that. But if this is not your jam, you're like, girl, I can't. I close my eyes, I see darkness. I get you. That's me a lot of the time. I don't know if you've all read the book, The Miracle Morning. I'm not a morning person, but I did read it. But one of the things I love when they talked about visualization, or at least one of the things I did, I read the book a long time ago, so I'm not sure if he said it or if I just interpreted it this way. But what I did was I made a PowerPoint of the things I wanted in life. Because, yeah, when I close my eyes, especially in the morning when I don't want to be waking up, it was hard to visualize things. And so I would make a PowerPoint and I would just go through it in the morning. And I would visually see the life that I wanted for myself. And it was so helpful because it was clear. Right? The vision was clear. They say make a vision, make it clear. Yes, it was clear. I could see the house that I wanted. I could see the lifestyle I wanted. I could see the client I wanted. I could see the money dropping in. I could see all that. I even then did a paper vision board as well. And so every day when I open my planner, I could see those visual reminders of the life I wanted. And it motivated me to, again, take action throughout the day. So whether you're a left brain or a right brain, figure out what visualization technique will work for you and do it and be consistent. This is the biggest key to changing your mindset, guys. It's the consistency. You want to build confidence? Consistency. You want to build an amazing business? Consistency. You want to get rid of self-doubt, imposter syndrome, negative self-talk? Consistency, right? Because you've been consistently deciding not to do all these things, right? And that's why you are the way you are, right? I've been consistently eating all I want to eat. That's why I've been celebrating that 5 pounds over and over and over again and ain't got to the 180, right? But if I want to change the result, I have to change the action. And so if you think you're going to continue to do the same things over and over and over again and get a different result, that's the definition of, oh Lord, I forgot what the definition was. Insanity. There we go. Insanity. Amen. Y'all, I'm trying to think. I'm like, today I decided not to use a bunch of notes. I'm like, what was I going to say? Insanity. And we don't want to be insane. We want to be successful entrepreneurs. And the only way we can do that is by starting to take actions like a successful entrepreneur would. All right, so let's talk some mindset strategies for positive self-talk, because we've already had the negative self-talk, those limiting beliefs that we've been saying it to ourselves quietly or out loud. I've said a few of those out loud, but let's look here real quick. If you haven't done affirmations before, I encourage you to do so. They at first they seem a little frou-frou, but they work, I promise. And I encourage you to say them out loud. Um, you don't have to use these. These are just a few I wrote. I got this. I'm good enough. I get it done. I'm amazing. I track clients easily. I show up the way I want to be seen. Money flows to me. I am successful. Those are just some to get you started. But I do encourage you to make very specific ones for you. Maybe just three. 3 to 5 would do you just fine. And you say them every single day. And if you need to, multiple times a day. And the key to affirmations is to say them like they already are, not like you wish they were, like, oh, I will attract clients. No, I do. I attract clients, right? Money flows to me. Ka-ching, ka-ching, right? I am successful now. I will be successful, because when you start telling yourself this as your truth, then the truth will follow. I promise you it will. So be consistent with this. Pick 3 to 5. If you need to put it on a post-it note on your mirror, if you need to put it in your planner, put it on your phone, put an alarm to it, say these affirmations, whatever your affirmations that are true to you are. Say them at least once a day. If you need, I'm telling you, if you are a negative self-talker and you've been saying negative stuff to yourself day in, day out, all day, then it's going to take a lot more than once a day, y'all. Are you willing to do the work? What are you willing to do to be successful? You can't think that it's going to be less work to be successful than it was to not be successful. I'm just going to throw it out there. It doesn't work that way. So if you want to be successful and you've been telling yourself every hour on the hour that you suck, you're not enough, that you can't get this done, nobody's going to work with you, then every hour on the hour you need to be saying you're amazing, that you are enough, that you're amazingly made, that you can, that you will, that you are succeeding, right? You need to be doing that every single day. And then I also want you to do gratitudes. I already talked about it. Celebrate those little wins. Now, a trick that I did for myself that I thought was pretty fun, challenging, but also helped me really understand how to be grateful was I would do 3 gratitudes every single day for 30 days. Now, the trick that what makes it hard is you cannot repeat any of those gratitudes throughout the month. So you can't say, I'm grateful for waking up today. And then tomorrow say, I'm grateful for waking up. You could be grateful, but you got to think of 3 new things, because at the end of the month, you've thought of over almost 100 things to be grateful for. That's a lot of things, right? If you're grateful for at least almost 100 things, it should be a smile on your face. There's no reason why you should be upset. There's no reason why you should be thinking that you're less than amazing, because you are amazing. So I do challenge you, if you're watching this and you're struggling with your confidence, you're struggling being happy where you are, do this exercise. 3 gratitudes a day, write them down, and you cannot repeat any of those for 30 days. And I'm telling you, it's going to be amazing reading those back at the end of the month. And you're saying, wow, these are all the amazing things that are happening in my life that I'm grateful for. All right. But last but not least, I think we're almost to the end, y'all. This is a fun one. Hope y'all like this live. But one of the things that we often forget, because again, most of my audience is women, but I want to remind you. Oh, you said I do 3. Sorry, Jermaine, y'all can't see her name. I do 3 gratitude statements, but I have to now try not to repeat. Yes, that's the key. Try not to repeat. Because when I used to do it, I'd be like, I am grateful for waking up this morning. I'm grateful for the lungs in the air in my lungs. I'm grateful for having food on the table. All right, now what else you grateful for? It gets challenging. But all right, so let's talk mindset strategies for success, self-care, because this is the one we often just neglect as women, as moms, as wives, as daughters. I'm telling you, I'm sorry, men, if you're watching, you might do it too, but I can only speak for us. Self-care. Last week, I'll be real transparent with you guys. I had a real rough week mindset wise. I actually was telling a client, and I was talking to a accountability partner as well. I said, this is how I felt. You heard of like the you can't pour for an empty cup. And my cup, when I imagine it, is like a big old jug, like an old school jug from medieval times where they would pour the wine into those big cups. Like my cup is pretty big, and usually it does overflow. I try to serve people from my overflow and not from my cup at all, because I like to keep my cup filled. Whether that's through my accountability partners, my self-work courses, coaching programs, whatever, I try to stay full and then help you guys through my overflow. Last week, I kid you not, in my mind, and I'm the person that usually needs a visual, but I'm telling you, I could picture it clear as day. That thing was upside down, and I was just tapping the back of it, trying to get the last drips out by the end of the week. I was like, there is nothing left. There is nothing left. And so I took the whole weekend off. I said, I'm not going to go into the office. I'm going to chill. I ate what I wanted. I chilled on the couch with the animals. My son went to his dad's house. I kicked my feet up. I watched a whole season of an episode of a show. Guys, when I tell you I did absolutely nothing but what I wanted to do, I did. I did a face mask. I relaxed. I cleaned up my house, make sure I had just a nice environment to start with. I meal prepped. I enjoyed myself. And I came back ready to go today. So for those of you who have been neglecting this step, I encourage you to do so, because it's hard to do all this other work, right? Whether it's mindset work or physical work, when you are exhausted, when you are depleted, when you are struggling, right? Just to do the day-to-day things. Life be lifing. We talk about all the time, life be lifing, but a way to combat life be lifing is to make sure that you are doing the things you need to do to take care of you. Okay? You need to be doing the things you need to do to take care of you. And so I'm going to ask you this. This is the last question for today. What are your goals for the next 90 days? If any of you have read the book, The 12-Week Year, I love it, because this is why we have a lot of 90-day programs at iRock. Because some of you are saying, I'm going to do this year, and you feel like you have all the time in the world. I get it. You're like, yeah, I got all this time, even though a whole quarter of the year has gone. And some of you have not made any progress in that first quarter. I'm just calling how I see it. Right? I want to know what are your goals for the next 90 days, because we want to support you. iRock is here. We want to get you in a 90-day program where we look at your goals and we help you succeed at those goals. We're going to put actual action steps behind it. We're going to make sure these are tangible, that you can actually get to them, and we're going to hold you accountable and give you the resources you need to attain them. If you're trying to reach more clients, if you're trying to make more sales, if you're trying to get that course done that you've been talking about doing forever and it ain't got done yet, we're going to help you do that. I promise. But you got to sign up. So all I'm asking you to do is book a free call to learn how we can help you achieve your goals. If you are interested in getting that link, because I want y'all to take some action, I want you to comment me in the chat. If you comment me in the chat, myself or my assistant will reach out to you, and we will get you that link to set up that free call to learn how we can help you achieve your 90-day goal. If you're watching this, is not by coincidence. I promise it is not. It's time to take action. Like some of you guys, if you ever heard of a hot girl summer, like y'all ready to, you get your body ready for the summertime hot girl summer. Some of y'all want a hot girl business summer, right? You want to be doing all the things, getting clients in, making that money, doing the business the way you've been envisioning it. But you may not know where to start. You may not know what to prioritize. You may not know how to get your systems together to support you in a way that makes sense. So you're not, what I say, pouring from that empty cup. So let us support you. I do encourage you, again, if you're watching this and you're saying, hey, even if you're watching the replay, and you're saying, hey, I really do need some support, or at least know where I need to start or what I could do to improve, go ahead and put me in the comment section, and we will reach out to you. I'm not going to do the whole altar call and wait. Y'all see it. And I know there's a little bit of a lag, but that is our talk for tonight. I did go ahead, if you're in LinkedIn or in our private community, I've put all the topics in for May. Look at me getting it done. Actually, my assistant was like, get those May topics out. So all the May topics have been put out. Also, the May master classes have been put out. So you can go to the event sections in LinkedIn and in the Facebook private community and see all the topics. Also, if you're in our email list, you will see all that information come out as well. So I encourage you, if you're watching from Instagram or if you're watching from Facebook, the regular Facebook or YouTube, join our email list or hop into one of our private communities so that you can see things before they pop up on your screen, so you can stay connected with us. But either way, you guys are all rock stars. And guys, remember, I rock, you rock, we all rock. And I will talk to you guys soon.